Hello, hello, hello. It's me, Megan. It's Megan from the Right House Decor. If you're seeing this, you are in for a treat. Also, if you're seeing this, you're probably on replay. So hashtag replay in the comments so that I knew you were here. I would love and appreciate you. And I would love to come back and say hello and thank you for watching the replay and all that good stuff. If you do see a red live box up there, that means we are here together and you are seeing all this beautifulness. Hello, Miss Kinsey. Hello, Amanda. Welcome. Do you like my hair? Hi, Mel. I seen your message, so I just pushed go live, but I'm here. How does it look? Hi, guys. Hi, Tina. Welcome, ladies. So I just went on a few minutes early, but my name is Megan. This is the Right House Decor, and today's event is a flashback to the 80s. And so, I don't know. We just decided to dress up, and I'm super excited because I have that really tiny, teeny tiny curling wand. Do you see my blue eyeshadow? It's more blue in person, I promise. I did a bunch of blush. I teased the hair. I took some inspiration from my mom. She used to do her hair like this all the time. And then also Miss Lois with Wild Child Mercantile. She showed us a beautiful picture of her back in the 80s, and she looked hot. She looked sexy. And so I took some inspo from her and my mom, and I did this. So welcome to Flashback to the 80s, baby. It's also in the Herd. It's the Herd event. It is hosted by Miss Mel with Mel's Crafting Corner and Michael with Michael's Instructional Crafts. You are so welcome. Yeah, if you're not already a member over in the Herd, make sure you get over there and join the group because everybody is amazing over there. Hi, Isabel. Thank you for sprinkling. Up after me is going to be Miss Deborah with Old Timey Creations by Deborah. There she is. Hello, beautiful. But yeah. And then I remembered that I had this jacket, so I put it on. I don't ever wear it, so I'm glad that I was able to. This hair is something else. I was glad I was able to wear it for something. This hair is something else. I did not use any hairspray, so that's why it's falling down. But I teased it so it would stay out of my face. But like now that my hair is like this, because my mom had curly hair, but it was red. I like really look like my mom right now. It's really trippy. It's very trippy. Okay, so everybody's been doing an amazing job with the 80s theme. And so what I'm going to do is kind of stick to one of my favorite movies that was came out in the 80s. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for the hearts. I really appreciate that. We are going to do one of my favorite movies. Again, it came out in the 80s. Can you guess what movie it is by the colors? Can you guess? I'm not going to give it away, but the words will start giving it away once we get to the words. But I'm super excited. If somebody can guess it, I'll send you some napkins and Happy Meal. Hello, April. Hello, Miss Mandy. So we've got green, blue, black, red, and pink. Hey, you like it? I made myself some bracelets. Because, yeah, I didn't have anything colorful, so this is what I went with. And then I put my little, I didn't have any, Seth was like, you know, it would have been even better than the pearls. And I was like, what? And he was like, one of those combs. And I was like, shut up. That would have been perfect. But I feel like I look like my mom. I tried to pull these apart, and it was, I don't know how you guys did it in the 80s. It's already a hot mess. I'm going to have to brush this out, and it's going to go poof. But the comb, I know, the comb. It would have been perfect. It would have been perfect. Thank you for sprinkling. I so appreciate you. But again, everybody's been doing an amazing job with the theme. So Mel did some movies. She did, I have to watch the rest of it. I didn't get to watch all of it, but she did something amazing with some movie, like what you would see in a theater type thing. It looked really cool. Oh, welcome, Miss Deborah from Florida. I don't always look like this, I promise. The eyeshadow is not coming up as bright on the camera, but I had to stop because I was like, holy moly. I mean, I would have loved to have grown up in the 80s, but Rat's Nest Central, I sent Mel a picture of when I like just finished curling it, and I told her that I told Seth that I looked like Weird Al. I think it's Weird Al Yankovic or something like that, because it was just, I looked like I had a perm. Hello, Miss Shiloh, welcome. Oh, what? What? Well, thank you. No, I was like, wait, what? Thank you. So I'm gonna turn these into something. I'm gonna kind of try and keep the title of the movie a secret as long as I can. If I slip up and say it, I'm sorry. But I want to see if somebody can guess what movie I'm doing. It's from the 80s. I was born in the 80s. I'm an 88 baby. I was born in the late 80s, but I would have loved to have been born in the 70s and grown up in the 80s. But hey, we get what we get. Hello, Miss Ruthie. Hello, Miss Patty. How are you, sweetheart? I'm going to get started. So I have some words that I cut out from the Cricut. So we'll be using these to go on our picture, but we don't need them quite yet. I'm hoping I can get this done. Hello, Miss Sharon. Oh, yay. Thank you for being here. So, on these popsicle sticks, I'm going to be putting them on one of those flat canvases from the dollar store. I need to take this. I have a stuffy nose, but I'm going to take this. Thank you. It took me, I thought, because I started doing it at 1 o'clock and I was like, oh gosh, this is going to take forever. But really, it only took like 30 minutes. I was surprised. I was pretty fast. And I have a lot of hair, so, and it's long. It's very long. And so I'm like, because the curling iron, I think, is about this long. But it's very tiny. And I love it. I don't use it very often because it does this, but perfect for the 80s themed party. Woo woo. I even tried to do the blue eyeshadow. You can kind of see it, but you can't see it as well on camera. So this is transfer paper for my Cricut stuff. So I want to show you, because what I'm thinking is, maybe you guys can help me decide. Hello, Miss Sydney. For everybody just popping in, it is a flashback to the 80s. Oh, welcome. Hello, Miss Sandy. Does this hairstyle bring back any memories for anybody? I know I'm a lot younger than a lot of you ladies, so, and that's okay. That is okay. I'm kind of jealous. Thank you, Patty. I appreciate that. So I was thinking what I could do with these is we're going to turn them into lockers. So we are going to turn these into some little lockers. And so what I was thinking, because I'm using pink, red, blue, black, and green. And so what I was thinking is I could either stain this with the paint or big hair in general. Oh yeah. And this is probably nothing compared, because I had to stop teasing. I had to stop it. I had to stop. Hi Rosa, welcome. So instead of the paint, we could cover it in paper. So I have this for the pink, this for the red. If this doesn't give it away, I don't know what does. So no, not Grease. Grease is not the movie. We are trying to name the movie. Yeah, it's not Grease. It's not Grease. Trying to name the movie from the 80s that my project is inspired from. I'm trying something. I didn't do any trivia, so this is for the red. This is the green. It's kind of see-through, so we might have to actually paint it first. No, not Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Not Pretty in Pink, but I love that movie. And then this for the black. And then this for the blue. I don't remember. No, not Legally Blonde. Not National or Lampoons. No. Girls Just Want to Have Fun. No. No, that is a good song, though. I guess, like, a hint would be, a song to it is, Don't You Forget About Me. I think that's the title. God, I hope I'm saying that right. Don't You Forget About Me. Yay! Cindy got it. It's the Breakfast Club. It's the Breakfast Club. I see Miss Cindy. Whoop, whoop. I'm going to heart yours so that I can remember that, because I will send you some napkins. Yes. So my craft is inspired after The Breakfast Club. We all love that movie, I'm sure. We've all seen it, I'm sure. I hope. And if you haven't, you definitely need to watch it. Like, it's really good. And then Pretty in Pink is probably a close second. It's one of my favorites. So I'm going to be making some lockers on a black canvas. We're going to paint this black. But what do you guys think? Should I paint them or should I put the paper on them? You guys can maybe decide that. I was going to say, the words are definitely going to give it away once we get to the cricket words. Hello, hello, Miss Wendy. Welcome. I'll have to look, Miss Elizabeth. Definitely. I have lots of napkins, so I can definitely send you some as well. I got you, girlfriend. No problem. So, do you think I should paint them? Or do you think I should use the paper? We could Mod Podge the paper onto these. So you guys figure that out, and I'm gonna paint this. And this is just black matte paint in a Dawn bottle. And I very much like, I need to, oh, thank you, Miss Kelly. You like that? Paper. All right, I seen paper. Miss Stephanie said paper. I tried to get, you know, as close, you know, to the colors as I could with the paper. So I had to look through literally everything, but I got it. And I honestly did not know what to do. I was having a hard time. I've heard a lot of people say that today. I have so much blush on. Woo. But yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that they've had a hard time deciding what to do because everything sounds so fun. But I went with my favorite movie, and we are going to paint our backdrop, I guess, black. We're going to paint it black. And then possibly, if I can, I'm going to paint the details on the locker. But we'll see. We'll see. So I just want to get this painted. I'm so excited that I made this Lazy Susan. It helps so much. It was a good craft to make. All right, so we have too much paint. So we're gonna put some on this board. And we're just gonna keep going. And we're gonna make sure and hope that, you know, everything sticks to this. This is what I do when I have too much paint sometimes. So I'm just gonna get the sides, make sure to get the sides. And this will just be like a little, it's an 8x10 canvas. So I went to the Cricut and I was like, okay, let's try something. And so I had to input the measurements of the how big I wanted the words. You guys, I'd never done something so difficult in my life. You made a lazy Susan. Oh my gosh. You keep forgetting to use it. Oh yeah. I didn't want to use it because it was really pretty. I used a really pretty sunflower napkin, but seriously, girl, like it is really helpful. Like for this, because I don't want to pick it up or touch it, I can just boop and then go to this side and make sure I've got all my sides. And yes, it does, you know, if you do that, it does leave marks. Here, I'll show you. It leaves marks on it, but girl, it's for you to use. It's not to look pretty. Hello, Miss Barbara. Hi, how are you? Do you like that? This is the flashback to the 80s event. How do I look? I made myself some bracelets. I wore my denim jacket. You know the drill. I did my hair. Oh yeah, no, it was really scary, Stephanie. But I think I got it. I'm gonna give this a dry and see if we need to give it a second coat. But I don't usually do the measurement thing like myself. But I did. I mean, I got it done. It worked out. We're just drying our canvas. And let me see. You can still kind of see it, so I'm gonna paint it just a little bit more. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. You're so cute. I love you. I know, I love this thing too. Everybody's been doing so good. Somebody did a Rubik's Cube with, what was in the middle? It was a Rubik's Cube. She like, oh gosh, now I can't even remember. Yeah. You'll have to go back and watch the replay. She was on earlier. She did amazing. How are you doing, Sandra? Hello, Miss Sherry. All right, so I'm gonna give this just a little bit more paint. Just a wee bit over here. You can kind of see where it needs it. Some of it didn't get all the way through. So we're just gonna hope this fixes it. All right, we're gonna give that a dry again. I'm not gonna put that in the water yet. Cassettes and Ghostbusters. Yeah, that's what it was. Thank you, Sandra. She did awesome. I just watched that new Ghostbusters movie, actually, on my birthday. That was what my friend took me to go and do, and I had a panic attack. It was all the things, but it was a good movie. It was a good movie. No problem, Miss Patty. I just appreciate you showing up, sweetheart. I really, really do. All right, so we've got our black background. Hey, Tracy, how do I look? Do I look the part? Thank you. Remember, up after me is going to be Miss Deborah with Old Timey Creations by Deborah. How are you, Miss Tracy? All right, so I'm gonna cut these. I'm gonna cut them. Oh man, I meant to measure these. Do I have my measure? Oh yes. Whew. I have my measure. So I'm gonna cut this. Oh, that's great. So, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for sprinkling the house. I appreciate you, sweetheart. Oh, thank you, Miss Patty. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. So I'm gonna make these 6 inches. 6 inches. All right, and these are going to be our locker. I'm gonna make it a little bit under 6 inches. So move that and then cut. Ugh. And then we're gonna put some we're gonna Mod Podge our paper on. So we've been on for 15 minutes. I just want to make sure that I finish this before Miss Deborah's time. Hi Tammy, welcome. Thank you all for being here. What was your guys' favorite thing about the 80s? I should have did trivia, but I did not. Thank you, Miss Stephanie. I appreciate you. So I'm just cutting these all to the same length. Trying not to make weird faces while I'm cutting. I always do that. And there is 5 of them. Hi, Lisa. The movies and the music. Oh, yes, most definitely. Gosh, I wish I grew up in the 90s, which, you know, it is what it is, but yeah. Sometimes I'm jealous, okay? Sometimes I'm jealous. You were having your first daughter. Ooh, I was being born. It was my favorite thing about the 80s, being born. Coming to this side of the earth. MC Hammer Pants, stop it. Oh no. I mean, maybe I could. I don't think so, though. All right, so we're just cutting these popsicle sticks to the same length, and this is the last one, I think. Hi-ya! All right. So now, hi-ya! I'm gonna put this over here while we Mod Podge all of these and dry it, because I'm gonna do the iron-on method. So I'm gonna turn this sucker on. And it's gonna be beautiful. I can't wait. I'm excited. I seen like a painting, I think it was a painting on Etsy. And I was like, I think I could recreate something like that, but better. Because let me show you what I made that I prepped a little bit. Y'all, you married the love of your life in 83. I love that, Chyla. You were going into the military. Dang it. You're awesome. We love you, Tracy. We love you. You're our favorite veteran ever. You graduated in 81. Woo! I graduated in 2006. What does that say about me? That I'm young. And we didn't have this beautiful style. All right, what was I doing? Mod Podge. I got sidetracked. I did. I got very sidetracked. All right, I'm going to get the Mod Podge over here. Hello, Miss Ruth. Welcome. Aw, thank you. I hope you guys like this. I think you'll like it. I think you'll like it when it's done. I used my Cricut, so you better like it. No, I'm kidding. All right, so I'm gonna put a little bit of Mod Podge. And maybe this will dry, actually, when I start painting the other ones. But we want to make sure we get enough Mod Podge on here so our paper sticks to it. We are going to be Mod Podging, or decoupaging, I guess it's called, with Mod Podge. We're decoupaging with Mod Podge. Is that how I'm supposed to say it? All right. So I'm just getting the Mod Podge on there. Boop, boop, boop. Hello. Thank you for being here. Thank you. You're the best. Whoop. Try not to get it on my hands. but I want to make sure there is enough Mod Podge so that our paper sticks to it, because I've done that before where there wasn't enough, but I've also done too much. Welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. Hi, Miss Marsha. Welcome. We are doing the flashback to the 80s, baby. It's 70 here, Valley Girl. It was nice yesterday, Stephanie, but today it's like cloudy and cold. And I'm like, okay, Oregon, like pick one. Pick one. Leather and lace, hair, makeup, spandex. Oh, yes. Oh, gosh. Oh, yes. I didn't have any spandex to put on. I apologize. I was looking for my pink spandex pants, but I just couldn't find them. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Hello, hello. Aw, thank you. Thank you for catching me, girlfriend. I'm so excited that you were able to spend a couple minutes with me. A couple minutes is better than nothing. I'll take it. I'll take it, girlfriend. All right, we're just Mod Podging so that we can put some paper down on here. And we are making the Breakfast Club inspired craft. So I'm trying to get all this Mod Podge down. All right, let's dry it, and then we're gonna do the iron-on method. Iron on. How is everybody doing today? Yeah, I mean, it was beautiful. Like, even the wind was, like, warm but cool. Like, it was perfect. I almost crocheted outside yesterday, but that's where the dogs poo, and I'm just like, do I really want to sit out there? But I could go to the park, maybe, on a nice day. So I'm just drying these. Trying to fly away. Black paint. Oh, thank you. You're the best. I did that with one of my red sweaters, and it still has a stain. We're good. Thank you. All right. Those are mostly dry. There are some, like, bigger spots where it was thicker, but that's fine. Blow the hair. Right, it looked like I was blowing my hair. That's funny. Okay, so for Allison, in the movie, her name is Allison, and she is the goth girl. So we are gonna do her locker first. And oh my gosh, I cannot wait to show you what I made for their locker, like to go on their lockers to like make it look more like their locker, I guess. So I'm going to use one of these. And we're gonna put that down. And then our parchment paper. And then we're gonna get our iron. And we're gonna reactivate the Mod Podge. I am like, gag me with a spoon. My mom told me that she used to say that. I don't know what it means, so I hope that that's not something bad. Oh my gosh, could you imagine, like, it means something, like, bad? She would say, like, gag me with a spoon. But I don't know why. I don't remember why. Hand sanitizer. Thank you, Miss Beverly. That's good to know. So I'm just going to leave these and let them cool down. And then we're just going to do the next one, which is the green. But you can still see it through, and that's fine. You know what? I don't care. It's green. It'll be fine. But we are going to just reactivate that Mod Podge. Like, for sure, for sure. Exactly. Like, for sure, for sure. You got me dying over here. Yeah, I'm dead. Oh, thank you, Mandy. I appreciate you, sweetheart. So this is our green one. And of course, it's stuck to the table. It's wrinkly right there. Why is it wrinkly? It's fine. We're putting some words on it. It's fine. You live in the valley. All right. So for the criminal of the group, I'm using a napkin. So I'm going to cut a piece of this napkin because he's wearing a flannel shirt. And this is all I had for like flannel. It's kind of Christmassy. It is green, but I didn't have anything red and black that looked flannel other than like the buffalo check, you know, but that's not flannel. So we are going to go with this napkin. And I believe this came in a Happy Mail. I'm pretty sure that it came in Happy Mail. I need to go back and see Elizabeth's comment and the other person so that I can send them, because they both got it right that I was doing what movie I was doing. So I'm going to send them a couple of napkins. All right, I want to make sure that this is straight and not slanted. All right. And we're just going to reactivate. Hi, Deborah. Welcome. We are creating a Breakfast Club inspired craft for the Flashback to the 80s event over in the Herd group. If you are just joining in to the event, if I can get this off. If you're just joining into the event, it is the Flashback to the 80s event. That's why I look like this. I promise I don't look like this every day. I mean, not that it looks bad, but it is hosted. Today's event is hosted by Miss Mel with Mel's Crafting Corner and Michael with Michael's Instructional Crafts. And I am excited to be able to do this event. It is my second event with the Herd, and they've been doing an amazing job with the themes, hence the hair. Thank you, Deb. All right, so I'm not going to do this yet. All right, we got two more. We got our pink, so this is for our princess, because she is a princess. All right, we got two more. So this one's for right here. Where did that parchment paper go? And we're gonna make hers pink. Hello, Miss Janet. Aw, thank you. Thank you. This was a very tiny barrel curling iron. Very tiny. Took me about 30 minutes. I thought it was gonna take me the 2 hours that I gave myself. But only 30 minutes, baby. All right, this is looking great. So we'll get the edges off in just a moment, but this is our blue for our athlete. And I had a hard time finding a blue barf. Totally, for sure. Barf. I had a hard time finding blue. Like blue paper. I was surprised. I have very little blue paper. I thought it was weird. It's like, for sure I'll have, you know, all the colors. No, just kidding. All right, so this one, it's kind of like a cardstock paper. So I'm just going to cut it out. I'm also going to be working on my trading card today so that I can send that out. The thing I like about the trading cards is you can use like regular envelopes and stamps you don't have to go to the, Miss Ruthie, you don't have to go to the post office to send it out, unless it's like a really bulky one and it doesn't fit in an envelope, but that's exciting. I am a part of a new trading card group with Miss Ruthie every Tuesday. If anybody is interested, I'm sure she'd love to have you. Oh, right, Miss Janet? Well, I don't really go into public. I signed up for a, like, crochet group, and they meet every, I think, Thursdays or something like that. It was the 18th. Yeah, every Thursday. And I literally, like, had a panic attack. I couldn't go, and it just, it irks my chain that I literally, like, have to miss out because, like, my stupid mental health. Like, it really does bother me. And, like, I don't have very much medication that, like, does help me in, like, those situations that I can take beforehand. And so I kind of have to limit myself on when and, like, what is, you know, like, more, what day is more important, I guess. But it just sucks. So with this one, I'm going to use this sanding block because it's a napkin. But yeah, I don't know. It was just really, like, I was sad. I was sad that I missed it. I was sad that I did that to myself. That I allowed myself to let it do that to me, I guess. But there was always next Thursday. Hi, Whitney. Welcome. We are making a Breakfast Club themed craft today, and I am making some lockers inspired by the characters. So this is the Brains locker. The Brain. Have you ever, has anybody not seen The Breakfast Club? I'm frozen. Well, that's not good. I hope I'm not frozen. I hope. Hi, Whitney. How are you, sweetheart? How are you doing today? All right, so I'm just cutting out these lockers. Let's see. Using this, it kind of softens the edges. Okay, good. Whew. Good. That scared me. Sorry for the noise if you have headphones in. Hello, hello, Melissa. Welcome. Alright, so this is the Brains locker. What time is it? 33. We got time. We got time. I think we're making good time. Alright, so I'm going to put those there. And then the last one is our basket case. She is the most like me. Well, in high school, I guess I was more like the princess. But I really got along with everybody, only because, like, I was, like, the foster kid. I did move around quite a bit. Before I became the foster kid, I was the foster kid in my school, but that is whatever. But, yeah, they did even, like, a news story on me and my brother, like, for, like, how, like, what we came out of, and gosh, I'll have to find that. Yeah, we were on the news because our mom passed away and we ended up finding, you know, a good family and blah, blah, blah. But I'll have to find that. Weird. Do I have the movie? No, but I could watch the movie, because we don't have, well, I don't really have any movies, actually. All right, so we're gonna go with the athlete, the princess, the criminal, because that's a love triangle right there. Well, it was. And then the brain, and then the basket case. And so these are our lockers. Oh my gosh, that looks so good already. Like, I could totally leave it like this and, like, I would know what it is, but we're going to put some stuff on here so that everybody else knows what it is. And this will be available if anybody wants it. I need to do an auction, you guys. I've never done an auction before, Mel. I've never done one before, and I need to do one because I have a lot of things on my wall that I need to get rid of. But they're for, like, every... It's not just, like, spring stuff. It's, like, everything. Would you guys be interested in that? I don't even know. Like, I feel like, probably not. I mean, it doesn't have to sell for a lot, but I need to get rid of some things. All right, so we're gonna glue these on. And we're just using hot glue. And we're not gonna have them like, I guess like right next to each other. There's gonna be a little space in between. You were born in 75, the 80s were the best. Oh, Mallrats by 12 years old, MTV. They actually played music videos. I know, I miss that. I do remember the like MTV, TRL, and all. I remember that. In the 90s. It was the 90s, but still it was there. But I do miss that. I mean, actually, what would they play now? Like those dirty, raunchy videos? Like, I'm good. I think maybe I'm actually good. Music these days there is good music, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, that's what you call music. You still want the crow pattern? No problem, Miss Beverly. I'm sorry. You'll have to send me a message. I'm very forgetful. And sometimes there are a lot of comments, and I do miss them. I'm not gonna lie. I won't lie. I do miss comments sometimes. All right, so we're gonna put the criminal next to her. Because she's the princess. Hi, Debbie. Welcome. Hi, Patty. Welcome, ladies. We're making a Breakfast Club themed craft today. It's one of my favorite movies that came out in the 80s. It was either this or Pretty in Pink. You guys, I don't know if you'll remember it, but well, I'm sure you will. I almost chose to do The Heathers. Do you guys remember that movie? I was gonna, like, make some croquette sticks out of the wine corks and, like, a peg, or, like, not a peg, but, like, a skewer stick, and then, like, do the orange, or the yellow, red, and green, like, outfits and rufflies. I don't know. I was thinking about it. Basket case. She's the last. Yeah, that was definitely the basket case. Yeah. I was never a klepto, I promise, but I was definitely kind of a dark child after my mom died. Only for a little bit, though. I swear. But it is what it is. Alright, so this is our last one. And I hope that our words fit. And some of them are farther than others, and that's completely fine. Yes, with Winona Ryder. Exactly. Yes, Miss Debbie. I want to watch it now that I was thinking about, doing a craft for it. Like, because it's a good movie. It's kind of around the same time she did Edward Scissorhands. So, thank you. I could have done something with that. That would have been cool. This was probably my mom in probably the 80s. We look very much alike. Or probably 90s, actually. Look at that phone. Look at that phone and that chair. Woo! Look at that chair. Okay, Mom. Actually, that was my grandma's house. We didn't have a phone, so we were always at my grandma's house so my mom could use the phone. Hi, Sandy. Hello, hello. Aw. Thank you all for being here. So let's get these words on. We have about 20 minutes. I think that's perfect timing. So what I did is I did all my words in white. I thought that would be the best. I cannot wait to show you these things that I did for... So I'm going to put this off to the side, but this is what it looks like so far. There's all their lockers and their colors, kind of, you know, like show who they are, the characters in the movie. So we've got Allison, we've got Bender, which is our criminal. We've got Allison, which is our basket case. We have Claire, which is our princess. Hello, Miss Stephanie. We have Brian, which is our brain. And then we have Andrew, which is our athlete. So we are going to be putting those like stereotypes, like the brain, the athlete, the criminal. We're going to be putting those onto the lockers. So I have all of those right here. And then we will be putting the title of the movie on there as well. You had an extra long cord. Yeah, no, we didn't have a phone really ever. We did have cell phones when they came out, like the Nokia ones. Those little Nokia phones, but we never really had a phone. Never had one of those. All right, so I think I have enough transfer tape here to do I didn't bring. Okay, so I just want to make sure I have enough transfer tape for out here. Oh yeah, okay. So I'm gonna cut this. And this is just transfer tape with the guidelines, and I do apologize for not doing this ahead of time, but it is what it is. All right, let's do this one because it's the biggest. Yeah, I'm just really not good with doing the measurements on the Cricut myself. Usually, like, the things that I've done on the Cricut are pre-measured. So, but this is our athlete. So, we're gonna weed this. Weed in the letters. This part is always very frustrating for me sometimes. Because sometimes it doesn't want to come apart, like so. So you have to hold it down. Sorry, I'm totally not looking. Thank you, Sparky. Hi, how are you, beautiful? Hi, Lindsay. No problem, Miss Amanda. I appreciate you, sweetheart. I hope it goes away. I get it, girl. Like, ugh. I had a migraine the other day. It was the worst. So I am praying for you, sister. You like that, sweetheart? You like my hair? I like it. I don't use that curling iron very often, but I thought it would be fun to use it today. Gosh, this is gonna take forever. Maybe I should just do the breakfast club and do this part later. This is crazy. This is Sisters vinyl. It's not Cricut. I thought it would be better than the Cricut vinyl, but I guess not. I guess not. Last letter. And I think I'm going to move to the just the title of the movie. You're good. Good. I'm so glad. That makes me happy. Some days are harder than others, so I'm glad that you're doing good. All right. So, and this is permanent, so it should be working. So I'm just taking out the little E holes in the A. Take the one out of the A as well. And then we'll put our little transfer paper. Oh my gosh, you guys, I didn't bring my squeegee in here. Or not my squeegee, but you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. So we got our transfer tape. Maybe we won't need it. Put our transfer tape on the word. And get that bad boy pasted. Bloop, bloop, bloop. I'm sure that, you know, people are a lot better at doing this than me, but I think it'll work. All right, so we're gonna put this one, and I hope that I spell all of this right. You like that? Thank you. You're so sweet for supporting me over there. I appreciate you. I know not everybody has TikTok, and that's okay. All right, so I'm gonna put it right here, and then I will show you guys. But I have to put the words on before I put their little other things on, because I want to make sure I put it in the right spot. Oh my gosh! I love the peel and reveal, even though I can see it on, but look! Athlete baby! Yes! Did I spell that right? But let's see if this one peels better, and if not, then we will move to the bigger letters. The bigger letters, because this is kind of a lot. So far, we're good. So far. Nope. All right, so we're gonna move to the, so this says the breakfast, and then club is gonna go down the side. So I'm hoping that it's not too big. I don't think it's too big, but it might be. I might have to do it again. I know, seriously. It is the worst. So let's hope that this peels easier or better than the last couple. I like it when it peels good, you know? All right, these are peeling much better. Much better. Peel and reveal. But, so I got my Cricut as a Christmas gift from Seth, but it was Miss Abby's Cricut that she didn't use, so she sold it to us. And I love it. It's a Cricut maker, and I love it. It works perfectly, but I think it's just user error, really. All right, so we are almost there. Almost there. We're so close. I'm gonna cut this. I've seen people do that. I've seen people do that. Hello, Lady T. How are you, sweetheart? I'm just peeling up some Cricut vinyl to reveal our movie title. Like I said, the words would give it away. So I had to see if you guys knew it before I put the vinyl on. All right, I got 10 minutes. Remember, up after me is going to be Miss Deborah with Old Timey Creations by Deborah. And I did tag her page in my description. Stamps and didn't put a second. Oh no, I've done that. I think I was putting stamps on something and I was spelling out the word sweet, and I just, for some reason, like, thought I was spelling it wrong. It just looked wrong. Like I was saying it too many times and looking at it too much, I guess. I don't know. It looked wrong, but it was right. It was right. But make sure that you join the herd and just refresh that page so that Miss Mel or Michael or Miss Amy can get you sprinkled over into the group. All right, so here we have the breakfast, and we're gonna put that on the top. But let me do this one real quick. I got 9 minutes, so I think we'll be able to get at least the movie title on here, and then I will show you guys what I made to go with these. That's a big seat. Club, the Breakfast Club. Like, I was looking at the word club too much earlier, and I was like, that is not how you spell club. But it is. I had to look it up. I literally had to Google it. So this was for this one. And again, this is just transfer paper. I probably shouldn't do it on that. But ta-da! I didn't bring my little squeegee thing. Thank you, Stephanie. I hope you guys liked my craft today. I do. I hope you liked me. If you're new, I hope you come back. And again, if you are on the replay, hashtag replay in the comments so that I can say hello back to you. If you are new, let me know. I would definitely love to welcome you to my page, because I totally, for sure, am so appreciative that you're here. I had to do that in my 80s talk. For sure. I like, for sure, am like stoked that you're here. Hi, Krista. How are you, sweetheart? All right, so we're just putting the breakfast. Ah! That's not where I wanted it. Thank God you can just pull it up before you press it in, you know? So we want to make sure we line this up. All right, so now we're gonna rub that in, and then you'll kind of see my thought process. How are you, sweetheart? How are you, Miss Krista? This is working great. All right, baby. Get out of here. This looks so good. And then Club's gonna go, oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. Hello, Miss Maria. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I seen your glowworm. You did amazing on that, by the way. Miss Maria with Maria's Fake Bake. Did you guys see that? She did so good on that thing. All right, so now we're gonna do club. I almost copied her idea and made like a stuffy glowworm, but I was like, no, she just did that, so I don't wanna do it yet, but I totally still could if I want to. You just did such a good job on that though. All right, so now we're putting on our club. But if you guys did not see her glowworm that she did out of clay, I believe it's clay, right? The foam clay. She did an amazing job, you guys. Oh, feel better. Yes, absolutely. So let's get the club on here. So I'm just kind of using my finger because I didn't bring my squeegee. I don't think I have one in here. No. So we're just doing our best. I can always go over it with a squeegee and some parchment paper, but I want to get this on. Get that down. But thank you all for being here. Yes, clay. You did such a good job, Miss Maria. And I was like, oh, it's the perfect timing because seriously, it came out in the 80s. I loved it. I thought you did amazing, Miss Maria. You always do amazing, but it just brought back memories because I used to have one of those things. Oh my gosh, you guys. And then it's going to say all of the names. So the next one's going to be Princess, Criminal, Brain, and then Basket Case is going to be on there. But look what I made. I have 3 minutes. I'm not going to get all this on here probably in time. But for our princess, I made a little crown. Can you see it? I made a little crown out of some gold wire. It's cute for like the prom queen, you know? And we're gonna hang it. I don't know how to hang this. But I thought we could, like hang it on there. And then for the athlete, I made a little baseball. I'm just gonna glue these things, randomly. So I might cut this and just have the top of that. But for the criminal, they kind of look like glasses, but I made a set of handcuffs. I made a little set of handcuffs. How cute, right? So we'll put those there. And then for our basket case, she's a dark, a dark girl. She's got issues. So I got some little bats. I cut out some bats to put on her locker. And then for our brain, which is Mr. Brian in the movie, I made a little A+, like, paper that he got an A on. But isn't that so cute? Do you have on white Reebok high tops? No, I don't. I have my slippers on. But I have some zigzag white and black high top Converse that would look really cute with this outfit. It's just jeans, and then I could put the black high top Converse on, and that would be cute, actually. But thank you. And so, yeah, I'm going to put, those little things on their lockers like that, and then the names too will be just like this. So this will be Princess, this will be the criminal, the brain, and then our basket case over here. You never watched it, Miss Tammy, you gotta watch it, girl. The Breakfast Club. Oh, it's the wrong way. But you get what I'm saying. But it is one of my most favorite movies from the 80s, that came out in the 80s. So I thought, what better way to represent than the Breakfast Club, because everybody loves the movie, and I love you all. But let's go say hello to Miss Deborah with Old Timey Creations by Deborah. Again, I want to thank Miss. Thank you so much. I want to thank Miss Mel and Michael for having me today. I really appreciate it because I got to dress up, and I was really excited for today, and I got to make a really cool craft and use my Cricut for the first time in a while. But I thank you guys. Make sure to join the herd if you're not already a member, and I will see you guys over in Miss Deborah's comments. There is a link to her page in my description if you'd like to just click on that and head over there, or you can head to the herd group and refresh the page and she'll be right there. But I love you guys, and I had so much fun today. I'm gonna finish this up while I watch Miss Deborah, and I will take a picture. I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Is today Friday? Today, I don't even know what today is. Yeah, today's, okay. I love you guys. Bye.